Good afternoon everyone. This is Cmrcet and this is our drone. We will be discussing about higher altitude wall painting and also we will be discussing about the specifications of this drone.
So the problem statement is the traditional methods used for painting is very dangerous and high risk, which creates multiple challenges like safety risk, high operational costs, limited accessibility. So there is a critical need for a painting. So we have prepared a Aero painter which is remotely operated. Next I used it this is GPS module and propellers, brushless motors, ESC, ultrasonic sensor. This is lithium poly battery. This is normal battery which is used to the motor and relay. This is motor.
So the working of the Aero is very simple. We are integrating ultrasonic sensor with the ESP32. So here a microcontroller is needed with a sensor. So when it first measures the safe distance of 50 centimeters and then it sends a signal sensor data to the ESP32 and it turns on the water pump used to the painting chamber. So this is how the painting application works. So for the safety of the drone, we have taken a 50 centimeter safe distance, and also so that the propeller doesn't spray the paint towards the drone, we have used a scale to keep it to the distance, greater distance.
So what are the specifications? Coming to the specifications, this drone is very cheap and this drone flies about 400 meters in the circular radius. This GPS module of ours is used for the stabilization of this drone, and we are using another electrical pump which operates on a 5 volt DC, which is basically operates on a 5 volt DC and reduces electric consumption of power. And also we are using a 7404 IC to amplify signals coming from the ESP32 and giving it to the relay. This project of ours mainly concentrates in reducing cost and also concentrates in painting higher altitude walls precisely.
So I want to conclude it. So our drone Aero painter is generally used generally to cut the labor who are going up to paint. So our drone will generally paint regions which will be difficult for workers to climb. The main advantage of our drone is we used ultrasonic sensor which is generally the wall and maintain a safe distance and will paint. So this is the major advantage of our Aero painter, and we also used a pumping motor which will accurately paint the region whichever place we are willing to paint. And the main advantage is we can manually operate it from the ground, and also we used a GPS tracker which will always tracking the location of our drone. So these all are the main advantages of our drone.
So Pitchfork is the main brain of the drone. It controls all the movements of the drone. It controls the working of the motors, ESCs and etc. So next is the GPS module. GPS module tracks the exact location of the drone when it's flown. The another one is ultrasonic sensor. It detects the distance and triggers a signal to the ESP32. And
So there are majorly two microcontrollers on this board, on this drone. Pitchfork is the main microcontroller of the drone, which is an flight computer, and we are also using an ESP32, which is a microprocessor. It basically processes all the data from the ultrasonic sensor and then triggers the pump on and off. We'll be talking about how the Pitchfork actually controls the drone. There is a software called Mission Planner. We are using it to calibrate the drone. So in the Mission Planner, we are setting these two motors to anti-clockwise and these two motors are clockwise. What does it actually do? This motor produces a thrust down. So the thrust lifts the drone uplift. It creates an uplift to the drone. The drone flies, and actually when the drone is flying, all the painting stuff will actually work. When the drone is actually in the air, there are several main sensors in the flight computer like barometer, accelerometer, and the barometer detects the altitude. The altitude detects the. So we will be discussing about the 7404. The 7404 is a signal amplifier which is used here. The inverting and the non-inverting amplifiers are used. This non-inverting amplifier, the non-inverting and inverting amplifiers are connected to the ESP32, and as well as to the relay. The ESP32 sends the signal to the relay. The signal is not, it is a 3.3 volt signal. So the relay module is not getting turned on. So the 7404 IC amplifies it to the 5 volt and then it gives to the relay, so such that the relay operates, turns on.
We are using landing gears because we have to mount the painting chamber at the bottom of the drone, and also the payload of the drone is roughly 500 ml, so it doesn't contain most of the paint. This is only like a rescue drone, like it only can color the patches of the wall. It's not used for heavy duty painting.